Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Today, we are going to look at something brand new that came out very recently and that costs under 200 bucks. You may be asking why he has a screwdriver in his hand. Well, it's because I don't have a knife or a sword, so I'm going to use this to unbox the new Fender Squier. Let's do it. There you go. Nice. I always find it funny how Squier boxes are so tiny. Anyways, let's see what's inside. Hang on. Got it. Let's get rid of this crap. Oh, there you go. Nice. This feels really good. Oh, you wanted to see the guitar, right? Let's do it. Don't you love the elastic band? It's my favorite bit of an unboxing. Ooh. Chuck that on the floor. Are you ready to rock and roll? There you go. There you go, guys. This is the all-new Fender Sonic humbucker Esquire in Arctic white, I believe. Is it Arctic white? Polar white? Anyways, it's white. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So, in this video, I wanted to do it just completely uncut, what you can expect if you buy one of these guitars from the all-new Sonic line, how the guitar is set up, what it feels like, how it sounds, and whether it's a really good deal based on the fact that it's $199, I think, something around that. Really good price. Hang on a sec. I know you guys want it. Let me get rid of this crap. It really pisses me off. Why do they put this shit in there? God damn it. Anyone else have trouble taking this crap off, or is it just my super monkey hands? Ah, got it, don't panic. Okay, so I know you guys want to do it with me. Shall we take the plastic off of this? Come on, let's do it together. Oh, got it. Listen to this. Hang on, microphone. That's kind of sexy, isn't it? Oh. Anyone else have trouble then getting it under the strings? What the hell is going on here? Jesus Christ, this is hard work. Oh, there you go. Oh. Nice. Bit scratched up already. Oh, anyways. It almost looks like there's a second one. Oh well. So, first impressions, guitar is very, very light, actually. Nice weight. Has maybe a tiny bit of neck dive, as you can see, but no, it's okay, actually. Not bad. Let's look at the neck. Neck feels very nice, actually. Really nice satin finish. I mean, traditional heel. Nothing really to talk about there. It fits quite well. Yeah, neck is nice. Sealed tuners. Yeah, feels okay. Neck is very smooth. In terms of finish, it looks very nice. It's quite a thick poly finish, so I can't actually tell how many pieces this is, but I'd imagine at least 3, a million. But you know what, who cares? 199 bucks, come on guys. Nicely finished. I think I can see one little teeny paint defect, but again, It's just literally here. It's a bit of yellow staining, but doesn't really show that well on camera. Overall, it looks very nice, very nice. Tone and volume control, they feel very good actually. One humbucker, as I said, in the bridge, and you have a 6-barrel top-loaded only option, so it's not a string through, so that's going to be interesting. Black pickguard. Quickly, before we jump into the actual specs of the guitar, let's just see how it's set up. I have done absolutely nothing to this guitar, yeah? So, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Let me see if you guys can see the string height. It's not bad. Some may want to lower it a little bit, but it looks decent. The strings are very light on this. These are probably 9s. So if you want to lower it, you can. Let's just check the nut quickly. Again, the nut's not bad at all. The nut's cut quite nicely, actually. I like that. Initial setup, straight out of the box, is decent. Everything looks in order. So let's get to the specs. So this guitar is proudly backed by Fender and made in China. It has the nice Squier by Fender and Esquire logo here. It has a 25.5 scale, which is obviously the typical Fender scale. Very, very standard 9.5 fretboard radius. The neck is a very familiar C-shaped neck, very standard to Fender guitars. So it's basically exactly the same neck as you would find on many other ones in terms of shape and size. A middle of the road size that will please most people. It's not thick by any means, but it's not as tiny and thin as, if you remember, some of the Bullet Strats and Tellys used to have. Talking about the neck is an older neck with an older fretboard. It has quite a nice little bit of movement. You can probably tell, let's see if you can tell, that it has here quite a nice bit of movement. So it's an interesting, it's not, you know, like a boring plain old neck. 21 narrow tall frets, which is what Fender calls them. They don't feel huge, to be perfectly honest. Pretty standard for this kind of entry-level guitar, if you want to call it that. A good guitar is a good guitar, so I don't really care about naming it. The tuners are die-cast sealed tuners. One of the usual things I always do is check if the tuners have been aligned properly, because you'd be surprised how many companies don't actually take the time to do that or drill the holes wrong. These ones look fine. Moving to the bridge, it has a 6-saddle top-loaded bridge, so you can see the strings go through here rather than traditional Tellys going through the body. So it'd be interesting to see what difference, if any, that makes in terms of sustain, or in terms of actual playability. I did have a video somewhere here where I tried top-loading my Telly rather than having it through the body, and it did make a surprising difference, not so much in tone but in feel. It'd be cool to see what effect it has on this guitar. Then finally you have a 1 humbucker at the bridge, and that's it. Then you have volume, tone. Volume and tone feel very nice. These are the Fender type dome. Hang on, the tone feels a bit, there's definitely something scratching here with the tone, which doesn't seem great, but I believe this is a ceramic humbucker, especially made for the Sonic guitars. So you'll find the same humbucker in the Strat shape, the one with the 1 humbucker, or in all the others that have a humbucker. Now, the reason I had this originally is also because I want to show you one thing, because I've noticed when I research a guitar, often people don't show you what the hell is underneath this. Regardless of whether you're beginner, intermediate, pro guitarist, sometimes you just want to buy a guitar and spec it out, or sometimes you want to have the possibilities of upgrading it, changing it. So the question is there anything underneath? How has this been routed? Is this a solid piece of wood underneath here, or have they already routed a second humbucker or a single coil? It'd be really interesting to know. So I will go ahead and do it now. Look, I'm so lazy, I'm not even going to take the strings off or anything. Let's do it. At this point, it probably will fast forward a little bit. And the moment of truth. I did not expect this. Look at that. That is super interesting. It has already been routed for a second humbucker, potentially, or you could put a P90, or you could put a single coil through the pickguard. But that is one awesome thing. So let's just take a minute here and say, well done, Fender, or whoever designed the Squier here, because that's a really cool thing. Having just torn apart my brand new guitar, well, I think whilst we're at it, so volume, tone, and tiny little pots. It has the kind of cheapish mini pots. It has a capacitor in there. I can't actually make out the brand of the pots. It has a marking on it, but I can't actually tell what it is. If you wanted to, there's plenty of space to put full-length pots in there. You've got enough space. Okay guys, so let's stop wasting time and let's plug in. For the sound demo, I didn't think it was appropriate to go for a super expensive boutique amp. What I'm going to do is go straight into the all-new Ampero Mini by Hotone, which is, again, a very affordable, really high-quality multi-effects and amp simulator, which I've also reviewed in the past couple days, so I'll put that somewhere in the description. Very simple setup here. Inexpensive guitar, inexpensive multi-effects. I hope you enjoyed those sound samples. I've got to say, it's both in sound and in feel, feels really, really good. I very much enjoy playing this guitar. In terms of sound, I would give this a very solid 6.5, 7 out of 10, because for 199 bucks, you get something which can do anything from jazz, if you roll the tone down a bit and the volume, to rock, hard rock, heavy metal. It's a guitar that I think is particularly suited to maybe a bit of punk rock, maybe a bit of like alternative rock. Really, really cool. Sounds great. Very light, very comfortable to play. As I said, I did absolutely nothing on this guitar. The only thing I had to do was slightly fix the intonation on the D string because it was a little bit off. But all the rest, well done to Fender, or well done to whoever set this up, because action maybe is a little bit high for some people, but for me it's fine. In terms of rating for a beginner, I would give this 8, 9 out of 10, almost full marks here, because this is a very good guitar. I would have loved to have this guitar as a beginner because it's solid, intonation is perfect, good tuning stability despite the cheap ass tuners, really well cut nuts, very, very good. A beginner doesn't have to worry about anything with this guitar because it's solid, stays in tune, plays well. So it's a real good guitar for a beginner. If you are, on the other hand, a more experienced player, an intermediate, or even a pro, it's really no nonsense, bare bones. But it allows you the possibility to kind of mod it as you want with a few tiny changes. I would definitely use this on recordings, on tour, gigs, rehearsals, etc. because the bare bones of it are fantastic, really good. Personally, I would change the pickup. If you have a spare pickup, spare humbucker, something slightly high in quality, I think it would make a massive difference to this guitar. It's a very good starting point for someone, and I think a pro player that doesn't want to spend a lot of money, that wants a guitar that sounds good, has good attitude as well, this is perfect. Really great guitar. Obviously, like everything, there's choices to be made here. The new Sonic series replaces the Bullet series, which was the starting point of the Fender lineup. So the most inexpensive Fender guitars. And this is the most inexpensive Fender guitar you will get. I think what is really nice about this is that it has a sort of personality, which I found was lacking in some of the Bullet series guitars. I found them maybe a bit boring. I'm really happy that Fender took a more aggressive stance, a more unique stance to this beginner line, because I think that's what it's all about. Fenders were originally conceived as guitars that could be easily changed because of the neck, that could be easily modded, you could replace things very easily, and I really like kind of this back to basics feel that they have. Like I said before, the downsides of this guitar are very simple. I think this is a plastic nut. The tuners are not great, they do the job, but they're not great. The electronics, again, like the tuners, not great, they do the job. The pickup, personally, I don't like it, but really, these are all preferences. Obviously, you have a very limited configuration in terms of sounds, but you know what? If you like single pickup guitars, you're not going to have a problem with it. So it's all about choices. They give you the ability to put an extra pickup in the front. You could put a P90 in there and just change the control plate. It would be such a cool project. So final thoughts, should you be getting a Squier humbucker Esquire? I think for a beginner, no-brainer. I know many young people out there may think the Telecaster is a bit old looking. I know certainly when I was younger, I thought the Tele headstock just looked weird. But it's one of those things that the older you get, the more you like this headstock, and I love a Tele headstock. Pro or intermediate, I also think this is really good value. You can let your creativity go and you can have fun with this guitar. It's a lot of bang for your buck. It's a solid instrument. We do not have time for boring guitars, and this certainly isn't one. This is a pretty cool guitar. Definitely worth your while. Thank you guys for watching. As usual, please leave comments, subscribe, click all the buttons, do whatever you want, but just, it's a tiny way to support this channel so I can bring more really cool reviews that you guys hopefully will enjoy and that will help you out to make informed decisions. On a side note, we will have some really rocking giveaways coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. And finally, just remember, rock out, be kind to each other, and peace.